So, good day everyone. So, we are the group 1 and we're going to report today about the topic in chapter 7, which is the Noli Me Tangere. So, right now, I'm going to report first the background experiences of Dr. Jose Rizal in creating his first novel, Noli Me Tangere. So, Rizal wanted to write a book revealing the realities of Philippine society under the Spanish colonial rule. Influenced by Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin. So there's a meeting of Filipinos in January 1884, lead to a plan for a collaborative writing, but it didn't materialize due to lack of interest from Rizal's peers. So Rizal decided to write the novel alone, started in Madrid, continuing in Paris, and finishing in Berlin in 1886. So the final draft was ready in early 1887. But Rizal faced financial challenges in publishing his novel and couldn't ask his European companions' help. And this is where Dr. Maximo Viola entered. So Dr. Maximo Viola is Rizal's friend from a rich family of San Miguel, Bulacan, and he arrived in Berlin. He wanted Rizal to go with him on a Europe tour, but when Viola learned that Rizal didn't have enough money to publish the Noli, he was kind enough to delay the tour, and he lent Rizal 300 pesos to publish the novel. And Rizal even cut some part of his novel, which is the chapter 25, Elias and Salome, to save money. So the money that Viola lent was used to print the first 2,000 copies of Noli. So because of Viola's help, he was called the savior of Noli in Philippine history. And not just that, because Rizal gave him the proofs of the novel and the pen to use to write it, and the very first copy with a special message. So the novel was written in Spanish and published in 1887. Rizal based the novel on his experiences and the conventions of the 19th century novels. It exposed the real-life scenario of the abuses and inequalities under the Spanish colonial rule. Rizal was 26 years old when the Noli was published. The novel was dedicated to the country, aiming to awaken people to the ills of society. Noli Me Tangere means touch me not in Latin. The phrase has a biblical connection, spoken by Jesus to Mary Magdalene after his resurrection. We can read it in John chapter 20 verse 17, "Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father." And also, Noli Me Tangere was the first in trilogy, followed by El Filibusterismo, and ends with Macamisa.
Crisostomo Ibarra, a wealthy Filipino, returns from Europe and is honored with a party by Capitan Tiago in Manila. Padre Damaso, a Franciscan priest, attends during the party. Damaso insults Ibarra. Lieutenant Guevara tells Ibarra that his deceased father, Don Rafael Ibarra, was unfairly accused of heresy, imprisoned for accidentally killing a Spaniard, and his body was removed from the Catholic cemetery. Ibarra visits Maria Clara in San Diego, seeking his father's grave. He learns the curate ordered his father's body to be thrown in the river. Angered, Ibarra attacks Padre Salve, who blames Damaso. At a picnic, Ibarra saves Elias from a crocodile. Guardia Civil members arrive, pursuing Elias for assaulting Damaso. Elias escapes. Ibarra is notified about his school donations. Ibarra is framed and arrested, but Elias helps him escape. Maria Clara is blackmailed into surrendering Ibarra's letters, revealing Damaso as her father. Ibarra and Maria Clara attend the town fiesta mass. Elias warns Ibarra of a plot to kill him. The platform collapses, but Elias saves Ibarra. At the banquet, Ibarra almost kills Damaso. He is excommunicated and his engagement is broken. Ibarra and Elias flee by boat. Elias is shot, tells Basilio to burn his and Caesar's bodies, and dies. Ibarra and Elias flee by boat. Elias is shot, tells Basilio to burn his and Caesar's bodies, and dies. Capitan Tiago becomes addicted to opium. Maria Clara enters the nunnery. Padre Salve becomes the chaplain. A crazy woman, assumed to be Maria Clara, is seen sweeping at the convent.
So now let's talk about Juan Crisostomo Ibarra y Magsalin, or known as Ibarra. The protagonist, a wealthy, educated, and highly patriotic young man who returns from Europe to implement reforms and build a school in his town. He is fueled by love for his childhood sweetheart, Maria Clara, and a desire for justice after his father's death. So now let's talk about Maria Clara, the beautiful adopted daughter of Capitan Tiago and goddaughter of Fray Damiaso. She is Ibarra's beloved, but her true parentage and her devotion to the friars make her a tragic figure caught between love and duty. So Father Damiaso, a powerful, arrogant, and a corrupt Spanish friar who despises the Filipinos. He is directly responsible for the death of Don Rafael Ibarra and uses his influence to destroy Ibarra's reputation and annul his wedding to Maria Clara. Elias. So Elias is a mysterious, wandering insurgent and Ibarra's true friend. He believes in fighting to the governance, tyranny, and eventually convinces Ibarra to take a revolutionary stand. Let's talk about Don Rafael Ibarra, the idealist. So Don Rafael Ibarra is Ibarra's father, a supporter of Filipino progress and nationalism. He was unjustly accused of sedition and hurried saved by Fray Damiaso, leading to his death in prison and his body being exhumed from the cemetery.
Pin, young lad working as a church caretaker with his brother Basilio, blamed for stealing money from the church coffers and escaped a virtual prisoner. Subjective to abuse by the head Sixton, dies at the hands of the cruel head Sixton. So si Crispin is the small, innocent, and kind younger brother of Basilio. In the book of Tangere, gi-accuse siya nga nangawat sa simbahan bisan walay proof. Tungod anang false accusation, gilak siya sa kampanaryo og gi-torture sa mga sakristan, mayor og Padre Salvi. Si Basilio, elder brother of Crispin, also a church caretaker, makes desperate attempts to locate his younger brother, witnesses his mother's madness and eventual death. So si Basilio is the brave and responsible older brother ni Crispin. Siya ang nakakita pa sa suffering sa iyang manghod ug nahadlok siya nga siya ang isunod. So mao nga miikyas siya. And then sa iyang pagdagan, namit niya ang si Sisa nga iyang mama ug nagsugod iyang trauma ug pain. Father Salvi, ganing Spanish priest who assumes control over Father Damaso's post. More dangerous and carry strategies who knows the secrets of San Diego's high society. So si Father Salvi is a Spanish friar nga gusto og kontrol sa tawo o sa simbahan. Siya ang responsable sa pagpa-accuse sa mga bata o maupod ang nagkontrol sa daghang panghitabo sa San Diego. So he represents corruption, religious accuse, og fear-based leadership sa time sa Spaniards. And the next is Kapitan Tiago. Wealthy native born Filipino socialite. Keeps ties with high-ranking members of the Catholic Church. Primary concern is to marry off his daughter, Maria Clara, to an affluent man. Quick to toss aside loyalties to Crisostomo Ibarra. So si Kapitan Tiago is a rich, influential man nga gusto mo too ang mga Kastila nga loyal siya nila, and then permi siya pahimuot sa pari o mga opisyal para mataas ang iyang posisyon. So he is kind in appearance pero weak and dependent sa power sa Spaniards. So and then next is the ensign. Nameless head of the civil guard of San Diego, in constant bitter feud with Father Salvi, a drunkard and a braggart. So ang ensign or Alferez is the commander of the Guardia Civil. Siya ang kontra ni Father Salvi kay sila duha gusto mo control sa San Diego. And he is strict, abusive, o dali masuko. Ang iyang asawa kay si Doña Consolacion na sama pud niya walay batasan.
So next one is Doña Consolacion. Doña Consolacion is the wife of Ensign. She is an older Filipino woman known for her brutality, vulgarity, and constant fighting with her husband. So kani si Doña Consolacion is grabe kamaldita na asawa. She always lectures to her husband and make decisions for organization. And ginadescribe ni siya as vulgar and exceedingly ugly because of her personality. So si Doña Consolacion is taas ni siya paglantaw to herself, and she feel that she really important in society but only her can believe. Also, she reject her own language and culture and pretend to be Spanish para mahimo siya social. So that was the personality of Doña Consolacion. And next one is Dr. Tiburcio de Espadanya. So si Dr. Tiburcio is a fraudulent or mapanlinlang who pretend to be a doctor even though he has no medical training. So kani si Dr. Tiburcio, he traveled to the countryside to posing as a doctor. So gapangdaya ni siya sa mga tao and gapretend ni siya nga doctor para makapangayo og dako nga bayad bisan fake iyang treatment, until his patient catch wind of his schemes and nabisto ni siya sa iyang pandaraya o nibalin siya other nga lugar kung asa wala siya nailhan para makakwarta siya o dako pamaagi sa iyang pagpangilad. So mauna ang personality ni Dr. Tiburcio de Espadanya. So the third one is La Doctoria Victorina de los Reyes de Espadanya. So kani si La Doctoria Victorina, she is an older wife of Dr. Tiburcio. Tungod sa katiguang, ginabot niya baga na make-up iyang face para mahimong batanon. So kani si La Doctoria Victorina, same ni siya personality ni Doña Consolacion because nagpapanggap gyapon siya as mayaman sa lipunan and buhaton niya ang tanan pamaagi para magmukhang sosyal. Also mapanlinlang gyapon siya. She devises Dr. Tiburcio to treat Maria Clara and Linares bisan fake treatment sila para makakwarta. So ina ang personality nila Doctoria Victorina de los Reyes de Espadanya. So next one is L.T. Guevara or Lieutenant Guevara. So si L.T. Guevara is an honest, principled Spanish lieutenant in the civil guard who admired Crisostomo Ibarra and the late Don Rafael in high esteem. So si L.T. Guevara is important in society because he represents integrity and justice in a corrupt society, openly supporting the Ibarras and revealing the truth about Don Rafael's death despite the risk. So the last one is Linares. So kani si Linares is pamangkin ni siya ni Dr. Espadanya, katong doktor na mapanlinlang. So si Linares is a respectable, educated young Spanish man, a near polar opposite of his uncle. So, si Laris is pinakapaborito ni siya ni Doña Victorina and ginagamit ni siya ni Doña Victorina para itambal kay Maria Clara bilang posibleng mapangasawa and mo ni ang paraan ni Doña Victorina para may pagmalaki siya sa lipunan.
Teacher that Don Rafael housed informs Crisostomo Ibarra of the state of education in San Diego. The schoolmaster whom Don Rafael provided a house informed Crisostomo Ibarra that education in San Diego was struggling due to the friars interfering with the curriculum and forbidding Spanish instruction, leading him to believe lasting reforms were unlikely. Don Filippo Lino, representative of younger, less religious shackled generation of Nole Me Tangere. Don Filippo Lino, the young vice mayor of San Diego, objected to spending huge amount on religious feast days because it caused great financial need for the citizens. But his efforts were unsuccessful since the mayor was controlled by the friars. Sisa, the suffering mother of Sixtons, Crispin, and Basilio, goes mad upon the loss of her sons, wanders the town, and eventually dies of shock. Sisa is the poor and abused mother of the sacristans, Crispin and Basilio, was driven insane after losing her sons. Though she found Basilio, the shock of recognition caused her death. Father Sabayla, a priest serving in Binondo. Father Sabayla, a rational and calm priest from Binondo, Manila, was an intelligent speaker who often took pleasure in cleverly arguing against the arrogant Father Damaso, serving as a contrast to the other corrupt friars. The grave digger, a cemetery worker who exhumes Don Rafael's remains. The grave digger, upon the command of Father Damaso to dig up the body, admitted to Crisostomo Ibarra that he threw Don Rafael's remains into the lake out of pity, believing it a more respectable final resting place.
Schoolhouses symbolize empowerment and freedom through education. Crisostomo Ibarra's efforts to build a school represent his belief that education is essential to liberate the Philippines from Spanish oppressive and colonial rules. The house school is direct challenges to the power of church, which sought to control the population through ignorance and religious dogma. Next one is Crispin and Basilio. These two young brothers represent the sufferings and exploitations of the uneducated and impoverished Filipinos. Their experience and sacristans abuse by the clergy highlight the injustice and cruelty inflicted upon the most vulnerable members of society. They are victims of a system that values power and wealth over human dignity. The tinola and betel nut parcels, these food items serve as a Kapitan Tiago's gathering, symbolize the complex social dynamic and kneeling of different classes in Filipino society. The presence of social climbers, intellectual, and other types of people at this event reflect the diverse element that make up the colonial Philippines. The third one is Kapitan Tiago. He embodies the Philippine government during the Spanish colonial era. He also represents the wealthy Filipinos who aligned themselves with the Spanish colonizer to maintain their social status and economic power. His character is a critic of those who prioritize personal gain over the welfare of their fellow Filipinos. The last one is Elias and Ibarra. These characters symbolize two constructing approach to achieving political reforms. Elias represents revolution and armed struggle, while Ibarra is
initially advocates for peaceful reforms through education and social change. Their differing viewpoints reflect the debate among Filipino on the most effective path towards liberation.
Maria Clara symbolized the nation of the Philippines under Spanish rule. She is a symbol of the country's good qualities but also how it was taken advantage of her. In her story, show how Philippines suffer because of abuse and being ignored by the leaders. Cristomo Ibarra. He represents the small group of Filipinos who had chance to study abroad and dream of improving the country. Cristomo Ibarra is just like Jose Rizal. He have a chance to study abroad and hope to help the Philippines. Also, he believed that the education is important for each Filipino's children. That's why he want to build a public school in San Diego to give children a good education and to help the country. Father Damuso. This Spanish fair correspond to weak but ironically respected priest. Father Damuso is a priest who seems good but actually bad. He represents priests who secretly had children, even though they weren't supposed to. In the story, it turns out he's the real father of Maria Clara, so he's not just a priest but also a symbol of hidden secret and wrongdoing within the church. Filosofo Tasio. This character symbolizes these whose ideas were advanced and wise but are preserved by the uneducated as word or lunatic. Tasio is the character who represents smart peoples with her advanced idea who are seen as word by those who don't understand him. He based on Jose Rizal's intelligence brothers Casiano who also want reforms. Sisa understands Crispin and Basilio. They epitomize a Filipino family oppressed by the Spanish authorities. Sisa and her sons Crispin and Basilio represent a Filipino family's sufferings under Spanish rule. Sisa show both the struggles of Filipino families during the Spanish rule and a strong love of a mother who will defend her children no matter what happened.
Doña Victoriana she represents some ambitious Filipinos who wanted to be classified as Spanish. So si Doña Victoriana daw is ga-representar siya sa pila ka ambisyoso nga mga Pilipinos nga gusto ma-classified as Espanyol. Next is si Don Tiburcio. Don Tiburcio stands for incompetent and unqualified Spaniards who illegally practice their supposed profession in the Philippines. Si Don Tiburcio da is nagpasabot ni nga siya nga sa mga incompetent o unqualified nga mga Espanyol nga illegal nga ga-practice sa ilahang profession para sa Pilipinas. Is si Padre Salve. Padre Salve, the curate who secretly harbors lust for Maria Clara, represent the seemingly kind but in fact wicked Spanish. So kani siya is ang kora nga sekreto nga nagtago kay Maria Clara nga nag-represent nga buutan pero sa tinuod daotan nga Espanyol. So next is the Schoolmaster of San Diego. The School of Master of San Diego, he symbolized intellectual disappointment during Rizal time and he wanted to change the teaching method so that more people will learn. So ang School of San Diego daw is nag-symbolize siya sa intellectual na disappoint sa katong panahon ni Rizal. And gusto po niya nga bag-ohon ang pagtudlo or pamaagi sa pagtudlo para daghan nga tao ang. So next is Don Rafael Ibarra. Don Rafael Ibarra, he symbolized a rich landlord with a social conscience. He is once sent to jail after helping a boy from an abusive Spanish stock collection. So si Don Rafael Ibarra daw is nagsimbolo siya sa usa ka dato nga landlord and with social conscience, and tapos siya is gipadala siya sa kulungan human iyang gitabangan tong lalaki nagikan sa abusive nga Spanish Staff Connect.
As expected, the Spanish officials and friars were furious with the contents of Noli Me Tangere, while Rizal's friends and compatriots defended the novel. Non-Filipino defenders included Ferdinand Blumentritt and Dr. Miguel Moraita. Federico Faura, Rizal's Jesuit professor, told Rizal's that everything in it was the truth. Even before Rizal went home, his family faced backlash and Pasiano warned of a storm threatening Makiling. Governor General Emilio Terrero summoned Rizal, revealing that Archbishop Bernardo Nozaleda wanted to ban the book. An ad hoc committee from the University of Santo Tomas denounced Noli as heretical and scandalous, and the Permanent Commission of Censorship found it hindi siya ganun. Governor General Emilio Terrero summoned Rizal, revealing that Archbishop Bernardo Nozaleda wanted to ban the book. An ad hoc committee from the University of Santo Tomas denounced Noli as heretical and scandalous, and the Permanent Commission of Censorship found it subversive. In Spain, Vicente Barrantes attacked the novel in a newspaper, and Jose Rodriguez wrote 8 anti-Noli pamphlets. So Vicente Garcia defended Rizal against claims of ignorance. Rizal noted the book's impact, saying, "My book made a lot of noise. Everywhere I am, asked about it. They wanted to excommunicate me." He also received a death threat in a letter dated February 15, 1888. Thank you.